From publicly calling out a Hollywood top dog without hesitation,
Kevin Spacey's out here grabbing men by the I didn't even know that was possible.
To sharing the most unhinged jokes on stage.
I was being molested by a preacher. I don't feel bad for me. I liked it.
Here are 9 times Dave Chappelle didn't give a fuck, starting with the time he straightened out a rude Puerto Rican with American gunfire.
In Puerto Rico, right, I started seeing I was meeting a lot of people from overseas.
Yeah.
And these people, they're very edgy. They don't like Americans so much anymore, I'm starting to feel. They wouldn't say they don't like Americans, but they'll say things that would just mean statistically Americans are the fattest people in the world.
Before he could even respond, though, Dave nuked his own country's waistline without giving any fucks.
First of all, they're talking to me, so it sounds crazy.
That's right.
And second of all, I said, we supposed to be fat. We're rich. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
It's like, if you notice, when we bombed Afghanistan, we dropped food on them first, just so they know the fat people are coming, man. Don't mess with us.
And before wrapping up, Dave squeezed in a jab for his countrymen, who were squeezing themselves into jeans 2 sizes too small.
This is weird. I went on a vacation with a white friend of mine, Chip, and we went to Africa. Yeah, but my whole thing was it was just too much crime and poverty and disease. I could go home to D.C. if I want to see that. Chip was just stepping over people. Excuse me, you with the sores on you, I'm trying to find my resort. He'd go up to dudes pardon me, you with your ribs poking out. Do you know which way Wendy's is? I'm starving.
As if giving Americans a diet check on eating oranges wasn't enough, he also took down the president, who looked like one himself.
Donald Trump is going to take the reins and be our president. You guys are killing me with these YouTube videos. No, I'm not saying shit. This nigga look like the Johnny Cash prison show. This one walking around menacing the audience.
But Dave's Trump comment instantly triggered a MAGA warrior who thought yelling it out was a bright idea.
You voted for Trump? Take it easy, security. You just voted for Trump. They circled that. I've never seen a motherfucker get circled by security whilst wearing an Argyle sweater.
Even as Dave kicked the wannabe patriot out, he was kind enough to give him a roast for the road.
I believe you. All right, my man. Good to meet you. All right, see you. All right, my brother. It's good to meet you. Security, please. Let's expedite that. Let's move on. Black dude in a room full of black dudes. Dave, I voted for Trump. Shh, nigga, trying to get us all killed.
Just like Dave eviscerated USA's biggest power-hungry politician, he also didn't give a fuck taking down the country's power-abusing cops, starting with a quick example.
So black people are very afraid of the police. That is a big part of our culture. No matter how rich you are, how old you are, we're just afraid of them. We got every reason to be afraid of them. You know what I mean? Like, you're a white lady. You ever been pulled over before? You know, and then what they say, let me see your driver's license and your registration, right?
Next, Dave shot down the racism that gets denied until body cam footage leaks.
That's not what they say to us. Well, you wouldn't believe what they say to us. Spread your cheeks and lift your sack. Like, what the? You heard me, spread open your cheeks and lift your sack. I got a driver's license, too. There's easier ways to prove who I am and shit.
And Dave's next story exemplified the black and white bias he mentioned earlier.
Now, I was hanging out with a friend of mine. He's a white guy, you know. We were just hanging out. And we were lost in the city, you know, we were smoking a joint. My white buddy, he was smoking a joint. Dave, it's the goddamn cops.
What his white friend did next, though, was straight out of a black American's fantasy.
I'm gonna ask him for directions. I said, Chip, no! Chip, don't do it! It was too late. He was walking over there. This man was high as shit. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Touching him and excuse me.
Naturally, the cop's response sealed the deal on Dave's point.
Start confessing things you shouldn't confess. I'm a little high. All I want to know, which way is 3rd Street? The cop was like, hey, take it easy. You're on 3rd Street. You better be careful.
Finishing his story, Dave revealed how differently it hits black people.
That's all that happened. That's the end of the story. Now, I know that's not amazing to some of you, but yeah, it's one of these black fellas. That is fucking incredible, isn't it? I'm saying a black man would never dream of talking to the police high. That's a waste of weed.
And with his last mockery, Dave casually pointed out the brutal reality of most black hate crimes.
I mean, I'd be scared to talk to the police when I'm sleepy. They fuck around and get the wrong idea. Oh my God. That nigga was on PCP, Johnson. I had to use necessary force. Oh, no paperwork. Just sprinkle some crack on him. Let's get out of here.
While he was still joking here, when things got even worse 20 years later, Dave didn't give a fuck about holding his emotions back anymore.
I'm in my little clubhouse, and I'm watching Don Lemon. He says, "Where are all these celebrities? Why aren't you talking?" This nigga said everybody. I was screaming at the TV, "I dare you to say me, nigga."
And Dave subtly called out the lack of research most of these outrage creators have.
Has anyone ever listened to me do comedy? Have I not ever said anything about these things before? So now all of a sudden, this nigga expects me to step in front of the streets and talk over the work these people are doing?
Not stopping there, Dave also called out the insane celebrity validation culture prominent today.
Ask me, do you want to see a celebrity right now? Do we give a fuck what Ja Rule thinks? Does it matter about celebrity? No. This is the streets talking for themselves. They don't need me right now. I kept my mouth shut.
Before moving on, though, Dave reminded the crowd not to mistake his silence for inaction.
And I'll still keep my mouth shut. But don't think that my silence is complicit to all this shit these niggas are saying, trying to get everyone to sing these fucking songs. I know all these songs. I was raised on these songs.
Dave called out the uniformed monster that tried to hide its officers' crimes, in sharp contrast to this next monster, who even Hollywood refused to hide.
I mean, it is really bad out here, isn't it? Kevin Spacey's out here grabbing men by the... I didn't even know that was possible. You got the guy from Star Trek, The Next Generation. That's who he got.
And Dave soon started wondering if Kevin was Diddy 2.0.
He's 14 years old, and Kevin Spacey costume at a party, which I gotta say, by the way, for the record, been to a lot of parties in my day. Never been to a good one that had 14-year-old boys in it. Not even when I was 13, you know what I mean?
Despite his messed up actions, though, Dave couldn't help but compliment Kevin's porky radar.
Who wants to kick it with a bunch of hubba bubba chewing niggas like, having a good time. Ironically, kid grew up to be gay anyway, which means Kevin Spacey can sniff that shit out like a truffle pig. Yeah, he's one of me.
And when Dave started his classic victim blaming this time, he brought receipts to back up his logic.
And not the victim blame, but it seems like the kind of situation that a gay 14-year-old would get himself into. I know I didn't say that right, but it's true. Like, you know why I say that though? Because I went to an arts high school and like, oh, them was gay, man.
What Dave said next, though, was proof for the entire LGBTQ community that he doesn't gloss over their struggles. You know, before they cancel him again.
Like in high school, all them dudes was gay. And them gay dudes was way more mature than the rest of us. And we didn't know why. We just knew they was mature. Because we were young boys, we were just trying to figure out who we were. And we didn't realize these gay dudes was fighting to be who they knew they already were.
And despite all the blaming, Dave did understand how messed up the situation was.
All jokes aside, Kevin Spacey shouldn't have done that shit to that kid. He's 14 years old and was forced to carry a grown man's secret for 30 years. Jesus Christ, he must have been busting at the seams with that one.
Just as the room got heavy, though, Dave flipped the entire script with one final plot twist.
The saddest part is, if he were able to carry that secret for 6 more months, I would get to know how House of Cards ends.
And while he was busy flipping scripts here, Dave almost found himself in one when he encountered Hollywood's elites on Oscar night.
I went to Oscars and had a wonderful time. I went to that green room, it was filled with so many stars, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Hollywood was seducing me all over again. I was sitting back there, I'm smoking, drinking with the stars. And then 2 Hollywood movie producers came over right to me.
And it didn't take long for Hollywood to ask for a piece of Chappelle's money-making pie.
Oh my God, Dave Chappelle, said the leader one. He was obviously gay. Some guys you can just tell. The other one seemed like a money guy, like maybe he was from Texas or something. But the gay one was definitely the leader, because he did all the talking. And then he hit me with, so David,
do you have any movie ideas?
When Dave tried to get sneaky with it, though, he immediately got caught like a deer in headlights.
The truth is, I don't. But if you know the game, you're not supposed to tell motherfuckers you don't have ideas. I was like, yeah, man, I got plenty of ideas. And he called my bluff. Really? Like what? Huh?
With no way out, Dave was forced to turn into a woke Stan Lee.
And then I just started making up shit that I thought maybe he'd like to see. I said, I have a superhero idea. Because really? I go, yeah, he's a gay superhero. He was like, really? What's it called?
Thus, Gay Man was born.
It's called Same Hero, New Boots. It's about a gay sous chef in San Francisco. He gets bit by a radioactive rat on his shift when he's taking out the trash. And is blessed with powers beyond his wildest dreams. Supersonic, gay kind of powers.
And Dave had Gay Man's entire backstory ready.
He starts saving everybody in San Francisco. But at first, he only saves gay people. Later, he saves everybody, and the whole city just falls in love with him. The only problem is, no one remembers him when he saves them. Well, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they remember him? I said, because, dummy, he's gay.
But Dave's next explanation made Gay Man's original name make a lot of sense.
He keeps changing his outfit. People come up, thanks for saving, mister. What's your name anyway? And he's like, same hero, new boots, and that motherfucker flies away.
When the other producer got upset, though, Dave had an unhinged Superman ready for him as well.
The Texan didn't like that shit at all. He was upset. That's impossible, gay superhero. I said, what? Well, I have others. I have a superhero you love because he's stronger than Superman and he fights for truth, justice, and the American way like Superman, but more than Superman. He beats up Mexicans for no reason.
But just like the original, Dave's Superman had his kryptonite as well, consent.
The Texan's like, you got my attention. I was like, man, this motherfucker is so strong, he can fly and do all this great. Only problem with this guy is he can't even activate his powers unless he touches a woman's.
And Dave's Superman started sounding not so super as time went on.
Not a long touch, just a couple of pats. He said, well, what's the problem with that? I said, well, the problem, sir, is that our hero is not, he's not a handsome man. And he's often short on cash.
Although the original fought criminals, Dave's Superman was on the way to becoming one himself.
So whenever trouble breaks out, he has to run around the city and convince women to let him pat their vagina. Please, miss, that building's on fire. Can I pat your quickly? People are dying, but he can't tell them exactly why. Get away, you're gross. Please, miss, people are dying. Just a couple of pats.
What Dave's Superman did in the final season, though, would send even Darkseid into therapy.
So he them. That's the dilemma for the audience. Because but he saves a lot of lives. And he saves way more than he and he only to save.
Dave gave zero fucks, mocking the producers for their deranged taste. And in that same vein, he annihilated Gandhi himself for even stranger experiments.
I think that was the way he described it. Like he would sleep with young girls.
To tempt himself.
Yeah, I think that was the
evil Knievel of and now I will tempt myself. What the fuck is this?
The podcast started rolling with Joe Rogan's take on how the media ruins an image.
If they curate only those disagreements and only take it from the perspective of those people that you had problems with, they could paint you out to be a piece of shit. Even if you're a really nice person who just doesn't take any nonsense from people. If they only curate those conflicts and make like a compilation, like Dave talked to this guy and told him to eat shit.
And when it came to dunking on outrage officers, Dave instantly popped off.
Well, that's why I usually don't do interviews. Because I feel like this is about fame in general. And I see you go through similar It's like they blow you up like a balloon and twisting all these wild shapes like a balloon animal.
Yeah.
This once you're in that thing, they can control the perception of you.
Soon, Dave shared a prime example of the industry ruining a legacy.
So I'll give you an example. And, I'm not... Years ago, not that long ago, you remember when all those writings of Gandhi came out? They're like, all this really racist shit. Have you ever read this?
I did, yeah.
And you know the context of that. At the time he wrote those things, he was an attorney in South Africa.
Leave it to Dave, however, to call out the morality mob's uneducated claims.
And South Africa had a racist legal system. And in order to be successful, you had to be a good racist. And he was just succeeding. I'm sure he wasn't writing all this shit in India. I shouldn't have said that, but, you know, I forgot I was on that.
We're on the internet.
When real accusations started flying around, though, Dave switched teams before burying Gandhi for good.
Didn't Gandhi, there's people that were upset at him because he slept with a bunch of girls too, right? Didn't
they Me Too Gandhi?
Yeah. I think he tempted himself by sleeping. I think that was the way he described it. Like he would sleep with young girls.
To tempt himself.
Yeah. I think that was the
evil Knievel of and now I will tempt myself. What the fuck is this?
While Gandhi claims he controlled his lust, David Letterman, on the other hand, couldn't control his curiosity from asking Dave the infamous $50 million question.
You regret saying, I don't want this enormous sum of money?
Well, okay, look, Dave. It's very hard to go through something like this because no one's really done it before. So there's not too many people that don't think I'm crazy, right?
And when he responded, Dave shut down the entire money debate once and for all.
I look at it like this. I'm at a restaurant with my wife. It's a nice restaurant. We're eating dinner. I look across the room. I say, you see this guy over here across the room? He has $100 million. And we're eating the same entree. So, okay, fine. I don't have $50 million or whatever it was. The difference in lifestyle is minuscule.
Just when Letterman thought he was getting serious answers, though, Dave steered the conversation in a complete 180.
The only difference between having $10 million and $50 million is an astounding $40 million. Of course I would like to have that money.
You're right, it's $40 million is the difference.
Yeah, you know.
And Dave shared his practical reality on something he does give a fuck about.
When you quit, like my friends will try and make me feel better, but no one's been through that, so they'll say not stupid stuff, it's nice, but they'll be like, well, you know what, Dave, at the end of the day, you still have your integrity. Yeah, that's great. I'll go home and make the kids some integrity sandwiches. It makes no sense at all. It's like there's nothing anyone can say. It's just you do what you feel like you need to do.
After that, Dave kept dropping facts on facts.
Overall, in your heart, in everyone's heart, we know money is not the answer or the solution.
Money is the fuel for choices. Money gives me choices. So that's not nothing. It's something. I can choose when I want my kids to go to school. I can choose what I want to eat in a given day.
But as Letterman kept chasing the deeper meaning, Dave ended things with a straight-to-earth closer.
There are other things in my life that I did not purchase with money that are very valuable to me.
That's right. And let's just say you had the $40 million. Who's to say you would be a happier or better person?
I think I might be a happier person.
After breaking down his practical views on money, Dave took confessions to the next level by sharing the biological chaos he unleashed once he got COVID.
I felt gross, because I had been walking around Texas, just touching doorknobs and shit, hands all moist, tipping with cash. Here, take this to your family. I must have killed thousands of people.
Dave's killing spree started with him butchering his own health.
I don't want you to worry about me. I'm vaccinated. I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I gotta admit, that's probably the most decision I've made in a long time. I walk in the doctor like, give me the third best option. I'll have what the homeless people are having.
Naturally, it doesn't take Sherlock to figure out the results of a shady vaccine.
And I know you probably heard on the news, I did get coronavirus. And it was something else. Like, okay, first of all, when the doctor told me I had coronavirus, I gotta tell you, I was surprised how it made me feel. I felt dirty.
And Dave Dahmer confessed to the massacre without giving a single fuck.
I felt gross, because I had been walking around Texas, just touching doorknobs and shit, hands all moist, tipping with cash. Here, take this to your family. I must have killed thousands of people. Just trying to get tonight's show together. So I hope you appreciate it, because a lot of died for me to get this one off.
But Dave's next story sounded like it was more for a therapist and less for the audience.
I hadn't felt that dirty in a long time. Last time I can remember feeling dirty like that, man, I must have been a little boy. I was being molested by a preacher. Well, don't feel bad for me. I liked it. I used to get a kick out of coming in that fella's face.
Jokes aside, Dave shared what hurt him more than COVID itself.
You know what I was watching? And I hate to say this, but there was a lot of videos, sadly, of black people beating up Asians for no reason. And I was sitting in the room watching this. It was stressing me out. I was stressed already because the whole time when you get coronavirus, at least the first 5 days, you wait, see how sick you're gonna get.
Before the audience could get emotional, though, Dave yanked the rug out from under them with one last twist.
But I was stressed because I kept watching these videos of my beloved black people beating up my beloved Asian people and being so cruel. And the whole time I watched those videos, this is f***ed up, but I couldn't help but feel like when I saw these brothers beating these Asians up, it's probably what's happening inside of my body.
Proving that Dave doesn't give a fuck about cancellation, even for his darkest jokes.